100 for 100. This is a podcast where I take 100 movies that I think all movie watchers should watch at least once, especially you new movie watchers out there. I took 100 films and I ranked them from 100 to 1. I accompanied each with a 100-word review, and which is how you get 100 for 100. It all makes sense. And a podcast for each that gets released daily, once a day for the first 100 days of 2020. Yesterday, we talked about number 27 on our list, The Thing, Kurt Russell, John Carpenter. Very mind-fucking movie. Can't trust anybody in there. Watch it if you haven't. Rewatch it if it's been a while. Today is number 26. We're getting into the mid-20s here, man, where there's a pinpoint of light at the end of the tunnel right now. 1990, directed by Martin Scorsese, a little joint known as Goodfellas. Yes. Let's get into this 100-word review of Goodfellas. For many, as far as mob movies go, Goodfellas ranks atop the list. Scorsese takes care to lure the viewer in by showing the glamorous side of crime, aided by an amazing trekking shot through the Copacabana, before pulling the rug out and revealing the more realistic elements: paranoia, treachery, and self-preservation. There are fewer character arcs as fascinating as Henry's, as he ascends the ranks only to fall disastrously. With an all-star cast of Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Ray Liotta, and more, Goodfellas proves the good life may not be so good after all. Ho, 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 man, when you talk about mob movies, man, there's a couple that are always going to be talked about. Obviously, your Godfather's going to be talked about. Right behind those, if people bring up Godfathers, what do they bring up? Goodfellas. There's a lot of people I know that enjoy Goodfellas more than they enjoy Godfather. Those people are weird, but they exist. This is, to me, of all the varied, long, accomplished career Martin Scorsese has. You look at some of the shit that dude's done, man. Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, King of Comedy, you know what? I just had it and I just lost it. The Age of Innocence. There we go. Couldn't pull it. Age of Innocence. Wolf of Wall Street. The Departed. His dude's just been steadily Casino, right? He's been steadily putting in work for decades, all culminating in The Irishman, which I think is a companion piece to Goodfellas. That's a different story for a different day. I think Goodfellas is his best movie. Of his whole, Silence. A lot of people shit on Silence. Silence is a beautiful movie. Goodfellas is it, though, man. It's the top of the heap for me, as far as Martin Scorsese films are. You get this wonderful friendship between De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci, and how that friendship plays out over the years. And seeing how actions have consequences, man. Joe Pesci having that short temper when Billy Bats is back out of jail and go get your shine box. And then when he just can't hold it back in, man, your boys got to step in and help you out. They take care of Billy Bats. And then, a couple years down the road, all of a sudden you're walking into an empty room and you get your brain splatter from the back all over the carpet. Revenge for Billy Bats. And just seeing how the whole thing plays out, man. This is a life of crime, man. You live by the gun, you die by the gun, right? The Lufthansa heist being the centerpiece of this joint, the real life Lufthansa heist, and how that whole thing played out with Robert De Niro trying to make sure, with Jimmy, trying to make sure that nothing gets traced back to him, and he just slowly, one by one, that montage of seeing all of these dead people. You got the dude with the crazy afro there found in the meat locker. You got, Maury. Actually, no, Maury got clapped up in the car. You got somebody dead in their brand new, hot pink Cadillac or whatever it was, and just his systematic distancing from everybody, to include what was supposed to be Henry Hill. He tried to get Karen, Lorraine Bracco's character, clapped up. Hey, just go down a little bit further. We had a couple coats we wanted you to check out. Just go down a little bit further. She knew that if she turned that corner, she would not have lived. She would not have survived another day. The third act of this film is absolutely manic, and that's what I love about this movie. Everything is all good until that third act, and the whole sequence of how that one day plays out up until him getting clapped out or getting arrested. You got him making the pasta. You got Was it spaghetti pastas? I think it was spaghetti. He's making spaghetti for his little brother's birthdays. He's got a drug transaction going down. He's coked up. So the playing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and the music is ramped up, and he's just sweating. He's got that crazy look, that Ray Liotta look that he's always got on his face. His eyes, the crazies in Ray Liotta's eyes. All that leading into it. It's amazing. This is another long film, but it is paced so perfectly that none of it feels slow at all. I think this is high twos, not quite 3 hours, but high twos. Still well worth it. If you've not checked out Goodfellas, number 26 on our list, do yourself a favor. Check out Goodfellas.